completely new spot. Probably because my apartment has terrible lighting and I don't have anywhere good to make like a video spot or even a photo spot in this apartment. I've tried in the past and I don't know, that's a whole different conversation for a different video. But I mean, give me your feedback. Did you like it when I did it at my desk? Do you like it here? I feel like the lighting from the window is usually always good, but it does make it a little bit like it's dark over here. Anyways, moving right along, I just wanted to talk about something that I got from the Lolita Blog Carnival group that I'm in on Facebook. I have not blogged in forever, like probably years at this point, but I just got the idea from that and I really wanted to talk about it, which is, if you read the title, sticking to one style versus trying out different styles in your Lolita wardrobe. And I really wanted to talk about this because if you follow me here or on Instagram, I do generally have more than one style. I am very like classical sweet, like traditional sweet, and like sweet classic, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I think really like the pros and cons of having one style versus multiple styles kind of boils down to like three main things, I think. And it's not really like a pro-con list because a pro of one is a con of the other, if that makes sense. So I'll just go into the three different, like, I don't know, categories, kind of like topics of the differences between the two, because I wanted to start off by saying sticking to one style if you're a beginner is definitely advisable. Like, if you're just starting out, or even if you've been into the fashion for a while but you're starting to like flesh out your wardrobe more than just like one or two coordinates, I definitely think sticking with one style at first for a while is definitely the best idea, and wait to branch out into multiple styles if that's where you want to go until a little bit later once you've kind of gotten the hang of your wardrobe. And that is mostly because of number one reason is, you know, building your wardrobe out. You know, if you want to stick to one style, it's a lot faster to build out your style. You know, you only need to buy, you know, blouses in one style, in which you have like a long sleeve and a short sleeve and like a sailor collar and a high neck, right? You got your bases covered. You know, you only need a few colors to match, you know what I mean? But if you have multiple, then you have, well, you have your white sweet short sleeves and your white classic long sleeves, and then your like off-white classic stuff, and you know, and then you throw in gothic in the mix and military and sailor, and suddenly, you know, you're all over the place in terms of fleshing out your wardrobe, and it just takes a longer period of time to kind of get all the basics you need and get to where you're happy, where you can build coordinates instead of, you know, suddenly it's a tea party and you're like, I don't know what to wear because I'm missing like one great thing for this idea and I don't have it, if that makes any sense. And that also kind of leads me to point number two, is that if you want to stick to one style, it's a lot cheaper. Well, I mean, you could get really expensive with this fashion, but it's a lot cheaper than going into multiple styles, and it takes up a lot less space. Again, comparatively, it takes up a lot more space and costs a lot more money to flesh out each of those like sections of your wardrobe. You know, again, taking blouses for example, if you need like 4 or 5 different blouses for each style and then you throw in different colors, you know, suddenly you're going from 4 or 5 blouses to like 15 or what have you, and that can cost a lot of money. You know, there's a lot of money saving tricks, buying secondhand, buying off of, you know, the Taobao, swap meets, stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of money saving techniques, but again, when you multiply pieces in different colors and different styles, the money multiplies and the space multiplies. So, you know, that's just something to keep in mind. If you have limited space or you're on a limited budget, it's probably a better idea to stick to one style. Unless you're the kind of minimalist person where you don't wear it every day and you only want like 2 dresses in each style. Not my point. The third thing is kind of keeping in mind that if you stick to one style, kind of a big con for that one is you'll have a lot less variety. You know, you'll have a lot less choices when it comes to, say, themed, you know, tea parties or themed events. Like, I mean, I don't stick to just one style, but even then, there have been times where there's like a holiday meetup or like especially Halloween where, you know, I want to go to this thing, but I don't have those colors or I don't have the motif. You have a lot more options and a lot more creativity opportunities if you have more than one style, or at least a few pieces in different styles. That being said, if you stick to one style, you have a lot more versatility. One of the things that I love about my wardrobe, and I feel like I've come to a mostly happy place with where I am, is because I can just throw on a full color coordinated outfit at the drop of a hat. Like, I threw this on like today. I didn't plan this out. I didn't spend time being like, oh, urgent, like want to buy, I need X thing, or like run to the craft store or anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels so good, to me anyways, to be able to have such a cohesive, like built out wardrobe in, you know, the couple styles I have where I can just throw stuff together and it all matches. You know what I mean? Or like, if I wear this dress this way, you know, I also know that at the drop of the hat, I have, you know, 6 or 7 different ways that I can wear this and I'm not getting bored of it fast. You know what I mean? But if you have a lot of different styles, or you're trying to flesh out your wardrobe in like opposite directions, then, you know, you might, at first anyways, only have a few ways to wear certain pieces and you might get bored of them faster. Those are just kind of 3, I think, really big things to think about, because, you know, Ruffle Chat gets a lot of questions from people being like, well, and big sisters of Lolita fashion, you know, being like, oh, I'm just starting, like, you know, do I have to stick to one style, or can I, like, venture out on a multiple, or does anybody have any advice on blah, 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 like my personality doesn't fit just sweet or whatever. So this is for you. This is for you mostly, because I don't know, it's a complicated answer. You can do whatever you want, but again, if you have the space, you have the money, you have the patience to build out your wardrobe to go in these multiple styles, then go for it. Awesome. You know, I love seeing people's creativity, and that's kind of the beauty of this fashion to begin with. But again, these are just things to keep in mind. These aren't like, don't do this. I'm not telling you what to do with your life. That's kind of all I have to say. Let me know what you think. If you're not following me on Instagram or subscribing to me here, you can do that now. I kind of have to just throw that plug in. I feel like it's an obligatory thing when you make a YouTube video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!